Okay, we're back. Just setting up something and I'll be fully ready. But off is about to begin. Right, we're back. Chelsea are about to get on the pitch. Flamingo's on the pitch already. So the second half is about to begin. Okay, it's about to begin. Three, two, one, go. Started. I'm still back in Flamengo.
I'm sorry we've had some sound difficulties, but we're back with you. There's been no change to the scoreline. And it's Chelsea defending this 1-0 lead. Pedro Neto going to the moment. They're trying to add to it. Here's Liam Delap looking to set something up on a cutback. No changes at half-time. Here's Wesley. There was a strong attacking force, really, from right back. Running into Cucurella territory, which is probably a little bit fraught with danger. Interesting to see what sort of tempo the players can reach in the second half. The game started at quite physical approach, as if Chelsea were trying to put down a bit of a marker early on. And they continued in that vein for much of the first half, but here's Gusto. The better of Nathan Lucas, and then
Chelsea have a free kick in a dangerous position.
this is where Cole Palmer might well come into his own. And where there's other candidates to take it, including Pedro Neto. Palmer's just lurking to the left as if they might give him the ball. It's in by James Cucurella, glances it on. Been certainly amongst the goals this season. Just have been offside. One of the great Brazilian clubs, of course, 130 years old, 114th season, never been relegated to the top flight over 50 years. Chelsea fans are going around singing "We've won the lot" because they now saw their team get a third different European trophy. Certainly in the 21st century we had a winning culture. That's not very much a winning culture, is it, from Cucurella? Presenting Flamengo in the corner here. There's Araujo. Going to take it. And they've got plenty of support willing. Corner taker to put it right on the money here. In front of that bank of fans. Not just at the lower level, but some up in the higher spots of the ground as well. A bit of shade coming in for the players. It's one of Chelsea's strengths, defending set pieces, which is usually a cue for the opposition to score. They won a very good corner, and there was no trouble for the club from London, who had a very favourable draw in terms of the fixtures on their travels. They hope till the middle of July here. When they go back and play in the Premier League, all their first 4 games are in the capital, 2 at home, 1 at West Ham and 1 at Brentford. Here's Sanchez, prepared to take his time, because can't do that if the ball's in his hands under the new regulation of 8 seconds. Seen 1 or 2 examples of that in the tournament so far. Nicely worked to Gusto. There's the hit away in the end from Pedro Neto. And that's comfortable for Rossi, the goalkeeper. Felipe Luis making it quite clear yesterday that it was a mistake.
There's a goal! There's a goal! There's a goal!
going to say that Flamengo weren't going to change their philosophy, but if you get given moments like this, it doesn't matter about your philosophy, you've got to make them count. It was doable, but with difficulty. Jeff, of course, had the real chance to score himself. He was trying to do that. And then Plata.
Flamengo, man.
A tiny window of opportunity, no more than that. The ball was spinning, he was reaching. And the moment has passed. Chelsea got away with one there. It's going to be very careful. Very early in the second half, we probably said, well, we'll give it 10 minutes. It's about what we've had. Sanchez getting strapped up a bit, and Livingston is the second choice, all in Sweden, but just recently capped for the first time by Denmark. Well, Skyetta rarely does the 90 minutes these days. Well, he's by no means a veteran, he's 31. Full 90 minutes. I don't think Felipe Luis trusts him for that long. He's off pretty early by his standards, 55 minutes. Replaced by Bruno Enrique. 34. Well, he'll play maybe alongside Gonzalo Plata. Certainly that Chelsea lead looked very fragile indeed in that last attack. It is the lap chasing, and not going to be an own goal, but very, very close to it. He was causing the threat. Breathing fire there, the Chelsea newcomer, remember in his first start. But Leo Pereira, and he got it right just about. Corner taken. Chelsea win it back. By Pedro Neto, goalkeeper comes into a bit of a bend on that. While Palmer is just picking himself up down beneath us. This could still go any which way. Puga working with Jorginho. Eta Lucas. Luis Araujo. Gonzalo Plata thought he was offside.
Flamengo have 33 minutes to pull this game back, bro. Like, come on, man. They had a good opportunity and they never take it.
NFL, of course, primarily, but it certainly fits the bill for a competition like this. In another code. Here's Cucurella. And Sanchez was, I suppose, just in the very nick of time. But Flamengo encouraged to press. Palmer, foot didn't come off. He's gone on one attack. And they're able to do that. Chelsea go to the front foot here. Caicedo. Now Enzo Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Delap trying to get free in the middle, but they had to head down. Didn't really look up to see what was on for a cross. Trying to get a better angle for one. Chelsea. Jorginho.
Come on, Flamengo, man.
Chelsea again, back to Wesley. The two teams that have won their opening games in Group D. The two fancied teams both to progress. The winner here will virtually be there in the last 16 stretches. To stretch a bit. Palmer. Muscle out there with a 2-on-1. It's having a bit of attention, Cole Palmer. Not frightened of backing his touch, even when the defenders are all over him. Ability to do that.
Hey, it's getting laggy.
Chelsea are one of the younger sides in the tournament. The first game they ranked 4th of the 32 teams after their opening matches. 4th youngest, whereas Flamengo were the 5th oldest. Wesley in for Herrera has brought that average age down a bit. Here's Danilo. Wesley. Jorginho. For just Enrique, the substitute.
Yes! Yeah, man! Yo!
That's a good stop.
Mingo, man!
It's a good move. Appreciation of the way the pattern of play was put together. He just stretched and made the shot go within the reach of the tall Sanchez. We just had to help it on its way. But there have been a couple of real chances now
It should have been a goal, man.
for the club from Rio de Janeiro. Corner's a poor one from the Flamengo point of view. Knocked away by Palmer. There's Araujo. Here comes Wesley. There, Perez in the middle, it goes behind him.
Hey! Yes! Yes! Flamengo!
It really has been coming.
Told you, boy.
No emotion from Felipe Luis. And it wasn't a great clearance from the corner. He's delighted.
Flamengo, boy.
That will be seen certainly they.
Ah, it's offside.
Enrique wasn't offside.
I think it's offside.
Didn't miss, but whether the ball in will be reassessed. Chelsea will be hoping that's the case.
I think it's offside, man.
The goal was given.
It stands.
Enrique
Flamengo, boy.
for just a couple of minutes. So a couple of changes that were in the making before Nicholas Jackson for Delap. And Romeo Lavia for Reece James. They were getting ready to come on at 1-0 up. They come on at 1-1. Chelsea had the chance. Chelsea has had two openings, really. That's what they've come to see. So we've still got half an hour to go, and it could be pretty explosive. Chalobah, blatters away. Flamengo are firing it up here. Blatter again. Quite sure what we saw in the middle, but he's one corner and Chelsea are under.
Flamengo might win this match, which is under pressure.
They are buzzing inside their team. Plenty of height on it.
Flamengo!
And they've got a second one.
Flamengo!
Believe it.
Flamengo!
What a turnaround here in Philadelphia.
Flamengo, boy!
Oh, it's an amazing moment. And the heading up was won here by Bruno Enrique. And the telling touch from the veteran, from Danilo. And he was onside for sure. As he absolutely blew it. On the move. He's still very much in the game. Played against Chelsea for several clubs. And this time for Flamengo, and he's put his team into the lead. Chelsea have won 8 of their last 9 games. Here they are. From 1-0 up to 2-1 down in some 3 minutes. And conceding like that from a set play. Well, we've been boosting up Brazilian football's chances in this tournament. And then Flamengo, a bit of a damp squib in the first half. But goodness me, they're backing up their own work, of course, in the opening game, but they work elsewhere for the clubs from a football crazy country. Here's Christo.
Flamengo, boy!
Well, Jackson set off. Went over the ball. It gets worse for Chelsea.
Red card for Chelsea!
But he's already serving a suspension in the English game for a red card near the end of the Premier League season. And he's got himself into trouble here. Well, of course, now that VAR are taking a look, but he was right on the scene. And he saw straight away what he deemed to be a violent challenge. He's hardly come on. What a contrast to Bruno Enrique at the other end, who's come on and scored and assisted. Is this over the ball? Oh, that's a red card. He has been blighted with indiscipline in his career, though not so much this is his second red card in 2025. So they're 2-1 down, they're down to 10 men. And the Senegalese
Flamengo quarters in the bag, boy.
in Philadelphia. And it is the walk of disgrace to the dressing room. He's going to have to walk past his own fans who might be letting them know what they think of it. Walk of shame. They can go down that tunnel, takes him a turn left to the dressing room rather than away. If the players came out where he would turn right, he's out of sight, having to live with what he's just done. So it's all stacked in Flamengo's favour now. The lead, an extra man. By Chalobah. Continente still full of running for Palmer. Cheeky into a shooting position. Back towards Cucurella. Lavia, say to Jules, come on and we'll want to stay longer than Nicholas Jackson did. And Fernandez coming in. Not a very tidy challenge, both parties really. They just couldn't get there. Of course we've done the lap off because of the substitution. I'm going to try and find somebody to get into a central position. For Enzo Maresca though. Terrible passage of play to lose 2 goals and a player. Lavia. Can't say that. Now Cucurella. Fernandez, that's too long. Well, 6 minutes that Chelsea fans have had to endure here in Enzo Maresca. He's going to try and find a solution to a man 6 minutes, shooting 2 goals and conceding a red card as well. Now will Flamengo play from here?
I think Chelsea are gonna equalize it. I told you this match is like Inter Miami exactly, bro.
Caicedo. Lavia. Wesley wins the header. There it goes down. And through. Straight away produces the card to Gerson. That's what the ball is. Something to smile about from a Flamengo point of view.
Brazilian teams are dominating Palmeiras, Botafogo. Hey, man.
Well, time for it. A drinks break, but it's a tactical timeout needed as well. Eloise probably want to just shape the thoughts of the players as to how they should try and manage the 17 or 18 minutes that probably remain. For Enzo Maresca, he's got the motivation to do it here. He thought in Pedro Neto's mind he could play through the middle. And he has scored a goal in each game. Right from the start it was a game that had a physicality to it, but in the second half it been less so really. So it was a real surprise that Jackson did what he did. But maybe not so much of a surprise as Plata setting up Bruno Henrique, who came on with great success. And then Danilo on the reach, a veteran, sending the fans behind that goal to absolute ecstasy, and still a prevailing feeling. And at 2-1, well, they would have still expected a battle, but Nicholas Jackson making the whole situation a bit easier, but it's certainly not in the record books yet. Another goal and it will be. Plata. Jorginho must be enjoying this. Here's Wesley.
There's a goal!
Just into the midriff of Sanchez. Flung on well. Just a little pushing passing from Gusto. Well, the next would be hot because of the weather, but hot-headed footballers, in another sense, letting Chelsea down. And here's Jorginho. And they can play pretty much at their own tempo. Say to Chelsea, if you've got the energies, come and press us. Well, wouldn't be surprised at that. They've just got to pick their moments, maybe get a set piece, Chelsea, or something like that. And here's Wesley. Jerson. Correa leading the race. Well, Chelsea were late out for the second half by some minutes, and you might say they never really actually did come out for the second half at all. Back to Lucas, and just showing maybe a little bit of a cramp maybe, or a hamstring tweak. He didn't really go for that full throttle. He might not have got there. Maybe that's what he realised. Correa. Edgermanto, Correa into Palmer, who's occupying through the middle. It's understandably Hamilton.
They were under attack and he went back.
In numbers. Fernandez. Just hit by Luis Arajao. Wesley needs a bit of help. And Felipe Luis speaks very warmly of his year in London. He lived in Fulham, which is close to the stadium, to near the training ground. Enjoyed the London life. And enjoying 10 years old, facing Chelsea here in this current occupation. And stretchers coming on. Wesley won't need that. And he is feeling the back of his thigh. Got a lot into the first half in particular. There's going to be a couple of changes, one of whom is Guillermo Varela, who played right back in the first game, and the other is Wallace Yan, a 20-year-old, only made his league debut back in September from Rio. Of course, a Uruguayan international. Palmer takes, and Fernandez in the thick of it. He was certainly onside. He's not bad in the air for a small player. He scored in their last 2 games, the opening game here and the European Conference final, and that second half turnaround against Real Betis in Poland. Gerson is coming over. Definitely looks as though he felt a twinge when he went for that run through the middle a couple of minutes ago. Varela for Wesley's already gone off. Head to the last 10 minutes.
Palmer is going off. And Enzo Fernandez, 2 big players of Chelsea. And Madueke is coming on, so he's also good. It's going to be a last 10 minutes.
He scored 6 times in his short Chelsea career. He's just been with the club this season. None of the goals in the Premier League have played in the Premier League. All 6 in cup ties, and all 6 in the first half of games. So you can hardly call him a substitute specialist. But maybe that's
what a Flamengo on the attack. Flamengo on the attack. Flamengo! 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 Done! 3-1 done. Flamengo boy. What a team! My team! Flamengo boy!
They can't really believe how it's turned around, but Chelsea, to some extent, authors of their own downfall. They're beaten now. It's a great arrival. There are substitutes and there are substitutes. Two of the Flamengo substitutes have scored, and one of the Chelsea substitutes been sent off. A bit lucky they came back to him from Pato, was probably trying to score himself, but he kept his balance. Wallace Yan What a turnaround. They've fallen apart in the second half, partly through Flamengo's determination to at least get back level and make a proper game of it. And that happened rapid fire. Then the sending off. And now Chelsea will get through these last 10 minutes or so, not with a heavier defeat. Danny Madueke is on, behind Gusto. The forward players for Flamengo want more, you can tell that. And maybe not those at the back who'd be quite happy to sit back and make sure there's no gaps to exploit. Caicedo's going to have a go here. And Pulgar with a bit of a desperate tackle back. Card is out again. A bit of a naughty one. I think he recognised it. Desperate to get there. As they often say, got there as quick as he could, but it certainly wasn't quick enough. And here's a set-piece chance. The 10 men of Chelsea Football Club. Madueke. Gusto's there as well. Madueke. That's the look of a player who fancies it. Gusto, as I mentioned earlier, has never scored a senior goal, so real bluff if it is him to take it. Just shoving in the ball. Madueke. The Brazilians.
Where is it, Mark? Oh! Let them go watch tomorrow then.
There's Delirium.
Go watch tomorrow, Dylan.
As well, that's
54k attendance, man.
20,000
Flamengo.
Ha 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 ha. Ha! You gamble for Flamengo?
No, not Flamengo. I'm happy they're winning. I like Flamengo. I don't like
4
Chelsea.
days ago.
Yeah. Chelsea are the goats, Daniel.
Jorginho. Comes Sanchez. Good to pass to his credit. Here's Lamia. Correa. Moved to full back at half time. Lamia. Gusto. And Madueke. Gets it back from Gusto. That's more sensible. Gusto was trying to get it into the middle. Very tight by the corner flag. Chelsea throw. Madueke. The challenge by Araujo. Given away by Plata. There's Caicedo. Gusto. Caicedo might get another bite at this, and he was being fouled.
Free kick for Chelsea in a dangerous position. If they score this, they can maybe equalize.
Madueke free kick a couple of minutes ago, but sometimes it can be a bit too close. Not that it was in the area, but it certainly wasn't bad. As is often said, it's very hard to get the ball up and down over the wall from this kind of position. Southampton had Palmer on still for this. And is watching Ish.
Let's see. Let's see this. This should be a goal, bro. Right, it's like Messi. Come on, man. Like Chelsea, but this should be a goal. Goodness me. What a nonsense free kick, bro.
To make a couple more changes. The subs have hitting the ground running, haven't they? Chelsea pretty much clutching at straws here. That's the last thing you want.
Last 7 minutes.
Once he told to get rid of it, that's the 8-second rule actually working in favour of the game.
What's up, Paul?
Changes being made. Pedro for Plata. And Michael.
Pedro is coming on. Yo, I think this is the same Pedro that played for Chelsea and Barcelona.
I say that. Here's Madueke. Pereira is trying to get it out to the right. To be fair to Madueke, he's not charging at the referee. And there's a bit of coming together with the referee, as he was with Jackson's red card right on the spot. Into the penalty area, went down under his own momentum. Went to the 7 minutes of added time on a bad day for Chelsea, but a fantastic afternoon for Flamengo. And indeed in keeping with the way the competition has been going. The Brazilian boys are putting down a marker. Well, he's not played more than half an hour or so, but he's been involved in a lot, including getting the equaliser. Bruno Henrique. And he placed Aris Gaeta. 10 minutes into the second half. There again. Ooh, that was a bit wild.
That is a red card.
He was fouled first. The referees.
Okay, nothing.
The leg there. But Chelsea effectively playing with 9 at the moment. Madueke trying to make it right to that over the corner. It's Caldwell just picking himself up. Now Gusto.
You know what's crazy about these big teams? They play well when it's the last minutes, bro.
Madueke, no time to waste from the corner. I mean, a real go. Pedro Neto. Defend it in by the far post. They can get caught here, Chelsea, there, as they have to, really committed. And Caicedo just got back in time. They nearly stopped Pedro taking that free kick, which would have been another booking of his. Sanchez into midfield. Every touch, every piece of commitment being cheered to the rafters here. Neto. And Madueke has done his best the short time he's been on the pitch. There's Wallace. He's penalised. Well, they're staying in Philadelphia for the last game against Esperance. It becomes a crucial
1 more minute left.
Lavia. To make himself available. We're in the last minute. Chalobah has got a scout for Flamengo, not because they're not up to this standard, but Premier League global exposure makes Premier League sides, particularly serial winners like Chelsea, and the status have become a special scout. If you can beat them, they have. Gusto. The last knockings here. Well, Felipe Luis.
There's the match.
Had a happy year with Chelsea. I'll tell you all about that.
So
But he's given an unhappy after.
the match is over. Final score 3-1 to Flamengo. My team won, boy. I'm so happy, man. This made my day. You know, I never expect them to win, bro, but they've done it.
Wallace and they scored as well. But maybe the determining factor, although Chelsea had gotten suddenly from 1-0 up to 2-1 down, was the red card for Nicholas Jackson. Well, he's winning with dignity as well. He's that kind of guy. He's got a big future in coaching. He was a very fine player. Enzo Maresca. He's had plenty of good days in his year in charge of Chelsea, but this certainly isn't one of them, despite the fact that Pedro Neto sped away to give them the lead in the 13th minute. Well, 13, whatever way it is, it was unlucky pretty much after that. And the second half, when they were late out, Chelsea, quite conspicuously late out, and never really turned up in the
Right,
second
we're gonna end it here.
period.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely gonna be trying to make more tomorrow. Hopefully Sundowns we make a video on that. Yeah man, please like, subscribe. I'll see you